What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Zach. As I'm looking at my total views just from the last YouTube video 22 hours ago, we were at 31,836 total views. Wow. And now we are at 31,914 total views just in 22 hours. Dang. That didn't take long for that total view to go up. Dang. Just in a little time. I'm shocked just to see it go up that much just in a little bit of time. But then again, I can't say thank you enough to each and every one of you for all the likes, the shares, the comments, all the total views, all 652 subscribers. Wow. Like I said, whenever I first started here on YouTube, that first day, I was nervous. I was scared, yes. I didn't know how this was going to go. I didn't know how things were going to turn out. But I knew that I wanted to be able to motivate, inspire, and try to help as many people as possible. And with that said, because nothing is impossible, anything is possible. I felt like here with YouTube, I thought, you know what? This is a huge platform, just YouTube itself. And I thought, this way I could really help a lot of people. And that's what I love doing. Because that's exactly what I was born to do. That's how I was born and raised. Yeah, you've heard all the crap that I've been through. Like I told you, all the things that I've been through. I told you about all that. But that's not who I am. That's not the kind of person I am. I'm the one that I'm one that loves to be able to motivate, inspire, and try to help as many people as I can with anything that you go through. And you know what? There's, going to be times that it might be something that I haven't been through. And even when I haven't been through it, I'm still going to stand by you and help you through whatever it is you go through. And even, like I said, when I haven't been through it, I'm still going to give you my advice and say, look, this is how I would handle this, or this is how I would handle that. I'm still going to try to, give you my best advice on how I would do something and how I would handle it. Because, again, there's some people that go through hell and back. They go through hell and they're not, There's some people that go through so much that, they're not here because of what they go through. And that's sad that people go to that extent. And just because, like I said, just because you go through something doesn't mean you're always going to go through it. Just because you go through something rough doesn't mean that's the way it's always going to be. Things get tougher before they get better. I noticed that with a lot of things, especially like my workouts. Like I said, I've been back, working out. It's been not constant like I usually am. Um, but it's, I'm getting back to it. But that doesn't mean, like I said, just because I haven't done it for, just because I'm not constant now, you know, 4 and 5 days a week doesn't mean that I won't get back to that 4 and 5 days a week. It just means it's taking time. And, unfortunately, for me, yes, it's taken a lot longer than I expected. And, you know, especially when I had my pneumonia, when I had it, like I thought, I explained to you, from one of my last YouTubes a while back, when I was in the hospital. Like I said, that was the first time for me, and right now it's still kicking me in the butt, trying to get my strength back and be able to get back to going 4 to 5 days a week, at the gym. I promised a few people that, and I promised myself that I was going to go 4 and 5 days a week at the gym. And then, that happened I had pneumonia. And like I said, that was the very first time for me. And that really drained me. It took a lot of my strength. So I see myself getting back to being able to go 4 and 5 days a week at the gym. Yes. When? That I can't say. But, again, that's something, that's one thing that I know that I think will happen in time. It'll happen in time. When, like I said, I can't say. Because that one, I don't even know myself. But, with that said, that's my mindset of being able to, to get back to working out 4 and 5 days a week. But with that said, also, it takes me a lot longer than it might take somebody who's walking already. Having a wheelchair, yes, has its downfalls. And honestly, that right there, like I just explained, that's one of your downfalls. Even though for me, like I say, it's just my balance, still, it's a big downfall. But do I see myself picking back up and going? Yes. When? I can't say. Is it aggravating? Beyond aggravating, to be honest with you. But, like I said, with that said, as I said in my last YouTube video here just a few minutes ago, tough times don't last. Tough people do. So, no matter what, always keep a smile on your face. Always keep a smile on your face and keep going. Because like I said, tough times don't last. Tough people do. And even as a tough person, and I consider myself tough, being anytime I fall down, I get back up and I'm going to keep going. No, I'm not, I'm not tough when, something rude gets said, or, yeah, there's times that I've had my feelings hurt just from the way I got treated. And yeah, that's had tears in my eyes. No, I don't show those tears. But if I'm by myself, yeah, I do have those tears. But with that said, again, tough times don't last. Tough people do. So with that said, again, keep being you. Let nothing or no one hold you back. Because you are unstoppable. And like I said, I am going to make this, or I am making this a working, paying job. Because again, that's exactly how I was born and raised. And that's what I love doing, is being able to help people with anything you go through. Yeah, like I said, it might not be might be situations that I don't understand, but I still will give you my advice on how I would handle those situations. So keep being you and let nothing or no one hold you back. Also, if you comment, when I reply to your comment and I see that you have a YouTube channel and I'm not subscribed to you, I will subscribe to your YouTube channel as well. Even if I see that I am, I am subscribed to your YouTube. Even if I am subscribed, I will still reply to your comments. So again, with that said, keep going, keep being you, keep smiling, and let's get it.